Yo, and yo! Welcome back to the Snowcat channel. Today you can see we're fighting a little bit of bad weather. For some reason we've gone down to 7 degrees Celsius. Tomorrow's going to be even colder, 5 degrees Celsius and snow. So this video is going to be about the cars I have owned whilst growing up. I get the request a lot over the years and I've just never made the video, and I keep getting DMs. Hey man, I know you like bikes, but what cars do you drive? So let's talk about that right now. Before we start the video, I'd like to thank my sponsor, Moto Amino, who sponsored this video and allows me to bring you guys great free content for you to enjoy. So thank you for sponsoring the video, Moto Amino. The Moto Amino app is a social media platform that allows you to interact with other motorcyclists, but it's a little bit different. I've just joined it. I know I'm late to the party. I'm on it, guys, and I'm hooked. You can do quizzes and games and public posts and blog posts. So I'm gonna start posting some photos and quizzes. They also have interesting posts like this one about Nikki Hayden. So be sure to follow me on Moto Amino at Snowcat. There's a link in the description. You can download the app for either Android or iOS and join in on Moto Amino with me. So the first car, I don't really count as my car because it was never mine, it was my parents', but it was the car I learned on, and it was a 1998 green GMC Safari SLT all-wheel drive. So it was fully loaded, it had the cat tinge chairs. Oh my god, I thought it was ballin'. It was awesome to have as the first vehicle that I could use because it wasn't fast, it didn't get me in trouble, and it was massive. It was just a big square cube, so I was able to learn the corners of the vehicle. We had no backup cameras, we had no blind spot this and that and radars, and it was just a big square to learn on, which I thought was awesome. My second vehicle, which is technically my first vehicle, it was a 2000 BMW 323i. It was a 4-door sedan. It was fern green, which is really rare color. I couldn't get any mods for it pre-painted online, like lip spoilers and other ricery accessories that you do when you're that age. It was nice because it was a 5-speed. Really enjoyed learning how to drive standard on that car. That was the first car that I learned and then drove as a standard. Matter of fact, my mom had to drive it home for me because I couldn't drive it. It got into a collision, so I had them put a newer generation hood on it and some other mods, you know, projectors and HIDs, and all done properly, of course. Lowering kit, all that fun stuff. Then after that, my first car I purchased myself was a 2004 BMW 330 Ci with the M package. It was 6-speed manual as well. It was a red coupe, black interior, had all the M package accessories, so it had the wheels, the different body kit. It looked fantastic. I added very little to that car, just some black accents to really set it off and make it my own. I love that car. Probably still have it to this day, but I don't, so that's a little sad. Then right after that, I actually sold it, and I was carless for about a year. I was in university and I couldn't afford to have a vehicle, so I took the train and the buses, which sucked, and that actually led into my first bike purchase ever. I bought a 2006 Yamaha R6S, the first bike I ever purchased, the first bike I learned on. Besides from the school, of course, I learned on their dirt bikes. I really miss that bike. As you guys know, I just sold it 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Dang, no, I sold it over a month ago now. It's been a while because I've been to California since then and Vancouver. Yes, it's been over a month. Of course, as you know, there's tons of videos of that bike on this channel, all the mods of it, so I won't go into it too much, but it was just, you know, it was just the love of my life. Then I got my first Acura, an Acura TSX. It was a 5-speed manual. I forget what year, but it was the facelift of the TSX. So I think it was a 2006, to be honest. 2006 Acura TSX, silver, black interior. That was a really good car. It was fun to drive. Didn't have that many features, but it had Bluetooth and it had HID headlamps, and it was a great car. Really enjoyed it. I quickly got rid of that, and I bought my first like expensive car, if you will. I bought a 2009 BMW 750 twin turbo V8. It was a beast. It had every feature you could imagine. The doors closed by themselves. It had a big I think that's 11 inches or 10-inch screen for navigation. Oh my goodness, massaging seat. The rear wheels turn, so it helped you turn because the car was so long. It had cameras to look left and right off the bonnet. It was just crazy. I probably shouldn't have afforded that when I was that age, early 20s. It was just a dumb decision, that's for sure, but man, I love that car. And the reason why I sold it because of the warranty issues. It's coming out of warranty, and I didn't want to pay for the upkeep of that car anymore. So I said, look, I'm done. I'm done with this car. It's just so expensive. I didn't think I was going to sell it because it's such an expensive niche vehicle, such a massive car. I didn't think I was going to sell it. And then I ended up selling it like instantly to some guy from a city 3.5 hours away. So I scrambled, and my boss at the time was like, well, look, my wife's selling her Civic. He's like, first of all, just use this car to get to and from work, but if you like it, just buy it from us, we'll give you a good deal. So I ended up buying the Civic for super cheap. Super cheap. I think it was like $7,000, and it was a little 2006 white 2-door chick automatic Civic. Yes, you can make fun of me right now for that car, because trust me, it was horrible. It was slow, but it was cheap on insurance, cheap on gas, and it got me around from A to B. I sold that. I started, changed jobs, and I needed to have Bluetooth and something that said that I wasn't going out of business because I was an owner of the company. So I got a 2009 Acura TL SH all-wheel drive, which was my first Acura with all the features I wanted: navigation, the screen, the Bluetooth, the backup camera. I had 4-wheel drive. It was powerful, automatic of course. It was an old man beige, I call it, with a black interior, and I really liked that car. I took it in for service. They gave me a brand new TLX to drive as my loaner, and the sales guy at Acura, known him now for quite a few years, and he knew I'd like it, and I did like it. I ended up selling my TL and got a brand new TLX, and that TLX, man, it was awesome. It drove itself. It had an 9-speed automatic transmission. It was good on gas. LED headlamps, LED tail lamps, LED everything. LED interior lights, navigation, and you could text the car, addresses and whatnot. It was fantastic. Of course, the Ducati Hypermotard. I bought that bike. It was a 2013, but I bought it brand new. It was in the crate for about 1.5 years, so I bought it. As you guys know, that story, that bike didn't last very long. I picked up a Hypermotard SP with the Olin suspension, with the better rims, the better tires, carbon fiber, all this fun stuff. So I bought that guy. I forget exactly when. I'm getting the storyline mixed up here. Around the same time, I had my Acura TL and TLX. I had my 2 Hypers, so somewhere in there. And of course, we can't forget about the KTM Super Duke 1290. I picked this bike up right after the Hypermotard was given back to Ducati, and I don't know why I forgot it. I think it's because I was riding it in this video. That's why I forgot this bike. Then after the TLX, I have my current car. It's a 2017 Acura RDX Elite, so it's fully loaded, has all the features as a TLX, just the SUV version. And the reason why I purchased that is it can tow. It has more space for my house now, projects as you do as a homeowner, furniture and all that fun stuff. So it's easy to carry stuff, it's easy to go shopping with, it's easier for bike life, for tires, generators, track suits. Tows my trailer, so it tows all the bikes, and that's where I'm at right now. And for the near future, I think the RDX might be the longest lasting vehicle I'm going to own, because it has so much, utility for me, and it's in warranty. I was done with BMWs. All the maintenance of my BMWs, I've owned 3 in my life. It's just maintenance, expense. I'm done with this. And all my Acuras have been the luxury I like. Granted, it's not as nice as a BMW luxury. Hold your comments, but it gives you the reliability of a Honda with the luxury of a BMW, and they call it an Acura, and I really like it. Let's go. Look at that, it's raining. Gotta get home before I get wet. Hopefully it hasn't hit my house yet. So guys, what do you think of my car list? You can really tell that I got out of the ricey stage. My first BMW was the riced out Beamer, lowered rims, everything that didn't make it go fast. It wasn't functional. I got out of that stage right away, and I really got into big comfy cars. I love the sedan lifestyle. The back seats, you just pop in your laptop, You pop in your suit, your coat, whatever. I really like the fact that the trunks, the seats fold down, there's more space. It's way more utility than a coupe. And as I got older, I just like the big sedans. I'm tall, I'm 6'2", I like to stretch out a little bit and not be cramped. So I like a mid-size to a large sedan. And it really kind of shows the type of person I am. So when people say, oh, Snowcat, what do you think about these tuners or these sports cars or whatever, it's just not my style. I'd rather have a, you know, a powerful GT car like a Bentley or like a Bentley two-door or a, for example, a Maserati GT, or like a bigger kind of comfortable coupe GT than a sports car. When you ask me about tuners, it's just everything that a tuner is, the loud exhaust. They're smaller cars compared to the cars I listed. I'm just not really into that. So, you know, yes, I kind of push people's buttons when I say tuner and I say racer, and I don't really notice those kind of cars. Well, knowing my car history, maybe that helps just a little bit, but I don't like those cars. So yeah, guys, that's my list of cars. What do you think about the cars I own? Which one was your favorite? And also let me know which was your first car, because I bet you it's cooler than my GMC Safari. Alright, boys and girls, I'm going to try and get home here before it starts raining, and we'll see you on the next video. Snowcat out. Peace. That's so funny. That's exactly what I had, just silver. It's hilarious. That one's in the video that I'm trying to make. Good looking car, man. For that age, it was a fun drive.